Coming up, DMV flash flood warning. The National Weather Service urging caution for 2 million people in D.C. and around the Beltway. Our team is tracking the impact to your commute.
That's right. We have some standing water on many roads in and around the Woodbridge and D.C. area. We'll talk about that, show you the latest radar, give you some rain estimates, and talk about a 7-day, all coming up.
Firefighter rescued. We'll tell you where a house fire sent thick smoke into the air and prompted service members to get their colleague out. Longtime leader passes. How Virginia State Senator Janet Howell made local history, plus the governor on Howell's legacy to inspire women. Home repairs, they're getting more expensive, and work is occasionally tough to come by on a budget. The DIY opportunity to stretch your dollar before your next project.
You're watching the station covering all of the DMV. This is DC News Now.
Good Sunday evening. Thank you for joining us for DC News Now at 6 o'clock. I'm Ben Dennis. Right to your top story. We have a weather alert. DMV first, well, let's just say we didn't size it up as a DMV first warned day, but a flash flood warning in effect for much of us in the DMV. Scott Sumner.
Yeah, you can see on that radar scope there, Ben, lots of streaming showers and storms moving up across parts of our viewing area coming up out of southern and central Virginia. Let's zoom in and take a look at what we have first off with our latest close-up radar. This is the flash flood warning area that has come into the region, and that is going to be shown here on Links 1. Noted here quite nicely that we do have Lorton Road that there we go. Let me actually pull that up for you from the chat. We have had in Lorton, Fairfax, Lorton Road closed in several spots due to standing water of 2 to 3 feet deep there. We also have 2 to 3 feet of standing water that has closed to Burke Lake Road in a couple of locations between Virginia 286 and Virginia 620. That's 1 mile north of Burke, Fairfax, Virginia. That's the close-up area that I'm showing you here. And you'll be able to see that we picked up just in the last several hours over 2 inches of rain at around the Lake Ridge area, 2.5 over towards the Annandale area, and 1.5 inches north and east of there. We also have some steadier rains over towards the east of D.C. in Charles County and southern PG County. More rain coming out from the south here around Potomac Beach at 624. You'll get impacted with that particular storm. The big view shows where we have the rain now and where the rain is coming from. There's over 250 lightning strikes this current hour at this particular moment in time, and our future radar picks up on the shower activity that's coming up from the south that will be impacting Spotsylvania County, Stafford County, King George County here. That will move into southern Maryland, and by 8:02 or a little after 8 o'clock will be impacting Calvert County and Anne Arundel County. We'll have more details about the current weather scenario, plus of course what to expect for the start of a new work week and your full 7-day forecast. Ben?
All right, Scott, thank you. Right now, concert goers who are headed to the Carol G concert at the Commander's home in Landover have been given the all clear. That's because Northwest Stadium issued a shelter in place earlier this afternoon thanks to those storms. Stadium officials urged people to take cover for roughly 1 hour. And there's no word yet if lightning might be to blame for a house fire in Arlington. However, more than 100 firefighters responded as the storms initially swept through this afternoon along 34th Street North just before 2 o'clock. They did not say where the fire started. However, investigators have yet to say if lightning is to blame, but neighbors are concerned about what might have prompted all of this.
My son and I were outside actually at the time, and we heard a huge lightning bolt. We saw a huge lightning bolt and then just like a explosion. It sounded like a bomb had hit in Arlington someplace. It was incredible.
Firefighters had to step in and save one of their own and rescue them. We were told they're suffering with non-life-threatening injuries. No other reports of any injuries. Prince George's County police say that a woman was shot during an illegal car meetup in Landover overnight. Officers responded to University of Maryland Capital Region Hospital after somebody showed up with a bullet wound. Investigators say she was hit at that car meetup on Beaver Road. This happened in an industrial area not far from Highway 50. No word how she's doing, no word of any suspect descriptions. Though, police warned online about dangers they say come at these car meetups. And in D.C., police say, though, a woman walked into a police station after she was stabbed while she was carjacked in broad daylight today. Officers say it happened in the Naylor Gardens area along 28th Street in Southeast. Police say the woman was taken to the hospital. She's expected to be fine. And police are on the lookout for a bald black man driving a gray Volkswagen Jetta. Longtime Virginia State Senator Janet Howell has died at the age of 82. Howell was the Commonwealth's longest-serving female legislator in the state Senate, where she was the first woman to co-chair Virginia's very powerful Senate Finance and Appropriations Committee. Howell retired in 2023 after serving as a Democrat for 32 years, representing District 32 in Northern Virginia. Governor Abigail Spanberger calling Senator Howell a fierce advocate for strengthening Virginia's schools, noting her advocacy to represent Fairfax County, saying she set a powerful example for so many of the women who have followed her in Virginia politics. First responders are seeing a massive uptick in overdoses in D.C., all unfolding this past week. They told us they responded to roughly 50 people in 2 days, and now the National Guard is helping patrol a problem spot. DC News Now's Daniel Hamburg has more details on this spike in Northeast.
Opioid overdoses continue to be a problem at Starburst Plaza in Northeast.
I've seen them laying down on the street, so they out. I saw 2 the other day on that side of the street, 1 today here, and it kind of be like on a regular basis.
This week, an alert went out at 5 p.m. Wednesday that 25 people had non-fatally overdosed in the previous 24 hours. And from Wednesday into Thursday at 9 a.m., another 23 people overdosed.
There's potentially a bad batch going on. We have had a few of those over the past few weeks.
Cindy Clay is executive director of HIPS, which provides harm reduction services, health care, and support for sex workers and people who use drugs.
We've gone a long way in making sure that naloxone is available to people across the city. We've expanded, outreach services that happen to meet people who, haven't entered treatment.
Friday, the National Guard did a sweep of the area with 5th District police officers. We're told some soldiers helped administer naloxone to reverse overdoses.
Their presence are all right with me, somebody got to patrol. Might well be them.
Clay says the overdoses aren't limited to this area, but happening across the district.
We want to get the word out to people. You need to, if you're using, you need to use more carefully. You need to not use alone. You need to consider, not using.
The drug-free zone in that area ends Monday at 8 a.m. The Guard says that they will continue helping where D.C. police need them most. In Maryland, community members are rallying against the expansion of a proposed ICE office in Hyattsville. Earlier this month, Prince George's County Council approved a request from ICE to expand their facility on Belcrest Road. That's near the mall at Prince George's. This comes also months after Council approved a package of bills that limits how and where ICE can operate. In February, lawmakers also pressed the Department of Homeland Security and asking for detailed information about the plans for the expansion and how they would use the facility. Meantime, Maryland U.S. Senator Chris Van Hollen is proposing allowing immigrants on temporary protected status to remain in the United States. It allows people with TPS who've lived here for at least 3 years to apply for legal permanent residency. That's a proposal. TPS allows immigrants escaping their home countries because of war or natural disasters to live and work here. The U.S. Supreme Court recently ended protections for Haitian immigrants. Senator Van Hollen introducing the bill, saying that sending long-established immigrants back is not what lawmakers agreed to years ago.
Congress should not just sit back and allow this to happen. Due to our country's broken immigration system, the TPS program is the only legal pathway for many to remain in the United States and keep out of harm's way. And the court's decision is tearing up that pathway.
The latest numbers from the census indicate more than 20,000 Haitians are living in Maryland. Plans to get fans out to the new Commander Stadium are moving forward. WMATA's board approved a funding agreement for a new rapid bus line. Not only that, upgrades to the Stadium Armory Metro Station. $300 million is supposed to be used to upgrade elevators, escalators, mezzanines, and expand the north entrance. Plus another $5 million for initial design plans for the Gold Line. That's new. That bus line will run from Union Station to the stadium at the RFK campus. It mirrors in part the old streetcar route along H Street and Benning Road. But it is a change that some neighbors on H Street say they do support.
So yes, I would give it a shot because then I don't have to worry about parking. We need to make the transportation situation as easy as possible.
And because these are reimbursable agreements, the money will ultimately be paid by D.C. taxpayers. We are following the controversy at Howard University, continuing coverage where they enrolled more than 500 freshmen, unenrolled them. Another college is saying they're stepping up to help. It's Elizabeth City State University in North Carolina, who's offering to waive the admission fees for students who want to apply there instead. Howard says the unenrolled students were not paid up on their accounts, while many students have said it was an error on the college's part. Support impacted freshman students. All the state universities are expediting admissions to Howard students, as well as offering an $800 credit. Students are asked to contact the Maryland Higher Education Commission if they need additional aid. Coming up, simple ways to save. We're helping you stretch your dollar with how you can join a free do-it-yourself class, and yes, for home improvements. Got this flash flood warning that is in effect for many of us here in the DMV. Scott Sumner is tracking it all. Who needs to be concerned the most? Where on the roads is any flooding being reported? We'll be right back.